Hello guys, my name is Admiral Prince Eric and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I will go about my react about the update 12.9 on closed tests as well as new ships. So let's get on to it because I'm getting excited for, but I did listen ahead for World of Warships Twitch live stream that took effect on Friday midnight. So I did watch it and did listen through it. Okay, Halloween, early access to Japanese battleships and other upcoming features on Closed Test 12.9 was posted on 7 a.m. on Thursday, September 7. Let's go over some of the main new features of the coming updates. Okay, Halloween, here we go. They're turning the Halloween ahead for World of Warships in this year. This is gonna be the Halloween Operation Last Chapter. You will join the Forces of Light in its final fight against the Twilight Fleet. This time, the mission is to escort Transylvania armed with a special explosives to the portal to destroy him, effectively making to seal them permanently. Protect Transylvania from enemy forces and help her reach her destination to destroy the portal once and for all. You will be able to participate in the last chapter of Halloween, your own, playing tier 8 and 9 ships of all types. Your ships will change appearance, gaining a themed camouflage and special visual effects, as well as receive special modifiers that will help even out the performance of all ships. As in previously mentioned about Halloween events on the past years, the map is covered in field that gradually damages your ship if you stay on it. However, this time, the Transylvania is using a magic to create a safe zone around her that moves with the ship. The magic weakens over the course of the battle and the safe zone becomes smaller until it reaches in its minimum sizes. Take a look at some bits. Here are some footage about the Transylvania and the destroyed portal. Your mission right now is to destroy the portal at all costs, sealing them permanently. And must protect Transylvania. Alright, so I'm getting ready right now for the upcoming Halloween event right away next month. Okay, the next early access takes place after the anniversary is the Japanese battle cruisers. Early access to Japanese battleships and heroic battle collection. The Japanese researchable battleships known as battle cruisers such as Yumihari, Atatara, and Bungo, not the word namely mentioned about Bungo as a skull and Bongo like a Congo, are entering early access in update 12.9. Remember about the gameplay of the Japanese battle cruiser takes place as it was revealed back in the closed test on update 12.7. Their ships about the Japanese that they are battle cruisers. The definition of the battle cruisers like that, where everything done to explain it so far, is to sacrifice its armor and gaining more speed. But be careful for that this ship has a fragile and avoid unnecessary citadel hits. Okay, so the new branches of the Japanese battle cruisers ahead will be coming right in here soon. Is the you might wanted to look up ahead the new ships on the update 12.7 way back, so it might gonna explain these mechanics. So check on the devblog right now on the description below about the Japanese battle cruisers. Okay, so in celebration of this event, we added permanent camouflages like Kurakami for Adatara and Misuchi for Bungo, as well as permanent camouflage regime for Shurugi. Also, the Japanese battleship flag has been added to the game for commemorative in the early access. Here are permanent camouflage for Adatara and the permanent camouflage for Bungo. Look like a Japanese dragon, looks like this. Very impressive. Here, and also the Japanese battle cruiser Shurugi, as well as the commemorative flag. The port cure has been decorated for the occasion to early access of the Japanese battle cruisers. Okay, this is the third time there will be decoration, just like the second time of the port cure will be events took place about the dockyard Dyson. Additionally, a team collection will be added to the game. It will consist of 60 elements, which you can receive from Heroic Battle containers. The reward for completing the collection will be the Mount Fuji Sunrise permanent camouflage for Yumihari. This camouflage was one of the lucky winners took place a few months ago, but I did remember about the event name. So we will be looking forward to this. Here are the containers about Heroic Battle. Here are some container compositions so far, but I'm not gonna read it entirely. Okay, Black Friday ships in this year are coming. Will be added to the game as follows. The black versions of Lasso, Repulse, Brandenburg, Iwami, Black, and Smolensk. The Time Seats Steam flags, and the Black Friday 2023 container, and the Black Friday 2023 premium container. Definitely looks like Black Friday was introduced back in 2019 or 2020. There are new ships the new ships are gonna get coming with a black version this time. Brandenburg B, the Black B, and Iwami, yeah, Smolensk B. Here are some black flag coming right up for a commemorative. The Black Friday container as well as Black Friday premium container. There are container composition as well as the premium container composition, in which I'm not gonna read it entirely. Content additions for changes is they added the following contents: the flag of 100 years of Turkish Republic, patch end of the Great War, commanders Umberto Cagni and Adrien de Gerlach, permanent camouflage polar ice for Gneisenau, and Microsoft Store container. Wow, this is the first time about Gneisenau takes on permanent camouflage, but without economic bonuses. So Microsoft Store container composition, in which I'm not gonna read it entirely. Updating the contents of the Jack-O-Lantern container and Jack-O-Lantern premium container as follows. Also, the container compositions about Jack-O-Lantern and the premium version is not gonna read it entirely. But also chances are some 2.5 for Jack-O-Lantern container or 7.5% for a permanent camouflage should ever receive this. There are permanent camouflage for all ships that made it to this past. If you already have all of the camouflages that can be obtained from the container, you will receive some 5,000 free XP on the container and the 20,000 free XP for premium container, but also a 9.5% about the recruit new commanders with 10 skill points as well. If using the container about 3.5% chance, premium containers about 9.5%. Please note that all information development blog is preliminary. Announced adjustments and feature may change multiple times during testing. Final information will be published on our game's website, but we're definitely looking forward to see in the on the public test 12.9 during update 12.8. Okay, let's head on. Right now, for a new ship's close test 12.9 was posted on Friday at 2 a.m. midnight. In update 12.9, we are going to introduce the following ships: the Italian cruiser Francesco Feluccio, the German battleship Scharnhorst 43, Pan-European Norwegian destroyer Stord 43, and American aircraft carriers Yorktown and Essex. The American aircraft carrier Essex has returned to the game for testing, accompanied by Yorktown. Remember about Essex though, is formerly a tier 9 ship, now resides as a tier 10 ship. These ships will be added to the tech tree in the future. Okay, this is gonna be a new interesting ahead for details. But Independence, the well-known recognizable tier 6 aircraft carrier will also enter testing in one of the upcoming updates. Details about her will be available later. Remember about playing Independence so far back in the game when we immediately stopped playing right now? But until in 2020, I realized that Independence was gone and Ranger has effectively replacement. But I will get a chance right now to get Independence once more. The torpedo bombers need less time to reach optimal spread when dropping torpedoes compared to other carriers and especially other American carriers. While a single torpedo has a relatively low damage, it is compensated by high number of torpedoes and their above average speed. The attack aircraft uses HE rockets with a high penetration fire chance, but the number of rockets per payload is relatively low. As for the dive bombers, they have relatively low penetration fire chance, but numerous bombs per payload. Both tactical squadrons can provide cover for their allies using the smoke curtain generator consumable that was recently introduced in concealed maneuvers. Additionally, these ships can call for a patrol fighter that arrives much faster compared to the most other carriers. However, its spotting range is relatively low, similar to Bion's fighter. As a result, these fighters take more defensive and interceptive role. So, we'll definitely see the upcoming tech trees for now. The aircraft carriers will be divided into two ones. The support aircraft carrier and the strike aircraft carrier as well, due to its upcoming ships yet right away in next year in 2024. Also, they mentioned about the new consumable about the aircraft carrier is a smoke curtain generator, like it did sometime for the concealed maneuvers of the public test. For both public test 12.6 and public test 12.7. Okay, so American aircraft carrier Yorktown at Tier 8 and the lead ship of her class. Yorktown class entered service about 1937 to 1941, becoming the U.S. Navy's first serial purpose built aircraft carriers. The design was created with strict framework of international agreements of naval armaments, but nevertheless, American designers managed to make this 20,000-ton aircraft carrier both fast and capable of carrying a large air group. In the first year of the War of the Pacific, Yorktown-class aircraft carriers along with aircraft carriers of Lexington class constituted the main strike force of the U.S. Navy. However, the Yorktown, which was on the ship's history, read up ahead until she was fed during the Battle of Midway by torpedoes. Yorktown was named after the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. At which this is a final battle between the American and the British side during the American War of Independence, resulting in the U.S. Declaration of Independence in 1783. Next one is American aircraft carrier Essex, a former Tier 9 now becoming a Tier 10. The first Essex class aircraft carriers were ordered as part of the Navy's expansion program adopted in 1938. The decision to build additional ships in the series was made after the outbreak of the War of the Pacific in December 7. Large but fast-moving with powerful air defense capabilities, capable of carrying and quickly airborne a large air group, aircraft carriers of the Essex type have another important advantage. They were numerous. Due to the combination of these qualities, they played a major role in the success of the U.S. Navy in the Pacific in the last 2 years of World War II. However, in ship's history meanwhile, Essex was the main striking force of the U.S. Fleet Navy during the War of the Pacific against Japan. But some Essex-class carriers will be entered service in the Cold War years, until the last of the Essex-class carriers, like Lexington, was commissioned in 1990s, when she was served as a training ship. Today, Essex has 4 museum ships located around U.S. The Yorktown, Hornet, the Intrepid, as well as the Lexington. The American aircraft carrier Yorktown on Tier A, the hit points is 50,100. Not gonna read this out entirely, so you might sure about this definition of the parameters. Next one, American aircraft carrier Essex. The hit points is about 59,500, but against the Midway's health pool is 67,500. So I'm not gonna read it out also entirely for this. All stats are listed without crew and upgrade modifiers, but with the best available modules. The stats are subject to change during the testing. Next one is the Italian Tier 7 cruiser Francesco Feluccio. Francesco Feluccio is based on 1939 design that envisioned a long-range light cruiser for future Italian operations in the Indian Ocean. One of the features of the 8,000-ton ship was the place of all the main caliber artillery, 8 152mm guns in 2 4-gun turrets. Like you remember about the last time on the new ships ahead is the Tier 9 Italian large cruiser Michelangelo. Notice about the quadruple gun turrets. About Michelangelo, they are located in between the funnels. This time, the Italian light cruiser Francesco Feluccio will be placed between the aft and the stern, located ahead of the ship's islands. Naming of this cruiser after one of the Italian generals and naval leaders became a tradition at Regia Marina in the late 19th century, and in the 1930s, it became an unwritten rule for ships of the light cruiser class. Following this rule, the ship would have been laid down during the 1930s and early 1940s. It was named in the honor of Francesco Feluccio, a 16th century military commander famously in the fight for the independence of Florentine Republic. The ship is armed with 8 152mm main battle guns with great firing range and quick turret traverse time, but limited firing angles. The aft end main battery turret can rotate 360 degrees. She has access to HE and SAP shells with flat ballistics that allows her to shoot over long distances. However, her damage permit is not the highest. Additionally, she is equipped with 2 quadruple torpedo tube launchers. The torpedoes have good range, but the speed and damage are low. The ship has poor armor and low HP pool, but high speed and good maneuverability, as well as excellent concealment. She has access to a exhaust mode generator and can choose between a fighter or spotting aircraft, just like the Italian cruisers on the tech tree. The hit points are about 28,400 on this ship. The main battery consists 2x4 152, firing range is about 17.5 kilometers. HE shell damage is about 2,100, SAP shell damage is about 3,850. This is the second time of this ship, just like Napoli. But in the absence though is the AP shells in this ship. The torpedo tubes is about 2x4 533mm. Maximum damage is about 13,900. Range is 30.5 kilometers. Speed 56 knots. Reload time 120 seconds. The available consumables are damage control party, exhaust mode generator, fighter, and a spotting aircraft. Can be exchanged them. All stats are listed without crew and upgrade modifiers. The stats are subject to change during the testing. Next one, German battleship Scharnhorst 43. Okay, the lead ship in the series of 2 battleships designed for raiding operations entered service a few months before the outbreak of the Second World War. Scharnhorst made her first combat voyage in November 1939, followed by the landing on Norway, a raid into the Atlantic Ocean, and a breakthrough across the English Channel. In late 1943, the battleship was transferred to Norway to counter the Arctic convoys. On December 26, 1943, Scharnhorst was sunk in the battle with the Allied squadron off Neuth Cape, known today as the Battle of the Neuth Cape. Compared to the Scharnhorst, Scharnhorst 43 has a shorter fighting range, lower accuracy, and slower reload speed. Instead, her secondary guns have a high rate of fire and her torpedoes have a faster reload time. She can also use repair party that stores more HP per second and has a shorter cooldown. Unlike Scharnhorst, she doesn't have access to spotting aircraft. Oh my god. This is gonna be the same thing ahead like Scharnhorst in Tier 7, but in Scharnhorst 43 would be the same, but sometimes we'll go up ahead in the consumables and fewer changes. The hit points is the same thing ahead like Scharnhorst. Main battery consists 3x3, firing range is 80.9 kilometers. Torpedoes, we got 2x3, 533 millimeters. The maximum damage is 13,700. Same damage like up ahead on Scharnhorst. The secondary armament is the best choice up ahead for using the secondary build. Some available consumables are following: the damage control party, repair party, and a fighter, without a spotted aircraft this time. Next one is the Tier 7 Pan-European Destroyer Stored 43, which is coming from a Tier 6 Pan-European Destroyer gunboat Stored. 8 Type S destroyer ordered by the British Admiralty under the War Emergency Program entered service in 1943 to 44. 2 ships of the series were transferred to Royal Norwegian Navy and were named Stord and Swenair. During the Battle of Neuve Cave, Stord was involved in the sinking of the German battleship Scharnhorst. In June 1944, Stord participated in Normandy landings, after which she was in active service for another 15 years. Stord 43 is an artillery destroyer, and while she is armed with only 4 guns and single turrets, they have good damage per minute and accuracy. Unlike Stord in the Tech 3, she has access to AP shells, and her torpedoes have shorter range, but higher speed and deal more damage. Ship has a low HP pool, pretty bad concealment, and medium speed. She has access to smoke generator, but lots of engine boost. Instead, she has 1 charge of specialized repair party that restores considerable portions of HP in a short period of time. So, one charges of specialized repair team, but you have to say it immediately. But 1 charges of that when the ship goes on the half. His hit points is gonna be the same thing ahead like a Stord in the. The hit points is about 11,900. 4x1, 120 millimeters. Firing range is about 11.8 kilometers. HE shell damage 1,700. AP shell damage 2,100. Real time 3.5 seconds. Torpedo tubes 2x4, 533 millimeter. The damage is about 10,700. Range is 6 kilometers, but it looks like up ahead the parameters coming from Pan-European Destroyer gunboat in the Tech 3. The available consumables are the following: damage control party, smoke generator, but lots of the engine boost consumable. But we have a good news, it's a specialized repair teams, but only comes at 1 charge. Damn, what the heck for this Wargaming ever did that? All stats are listed without crew and upgrade modifiers. The stats are subject to change during the testing. Please note that all information in the development blog is preliminary. Announced adjustments and features may change multiple times during testing. The final information will be published on our game's website. So, give me some comments right now on the close test as well as new ships in the update 12.9 on the comments down below. So, I will going to see forward ahead in the update 12.8 for the public test 12.9. So there you have it, folks. I'm finally read about the reactions about the new ships as well as the new upcoming features of the close test 12.9. So there you have it, folks. So please like, subscribe, and click the bell or the notification icon, so I will recording my videos about my reactions of this every day. So thank you guys, and I hope you see you in my next video. See you later, guys.